This is one of the slowest songs that we have. One of the slowest. I still have the party hat from yesterday. I'm gonna remove it. I think I'm ready. Are you ready or not? Are you ready or not? Wait, I just have to check a few things. This one, this one. This one. Okay. 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 I think we are pretty much good. I think we are ready. Hello. Good evening, guys. Welcome to the stream. And wow. Instant pledge. 1 second after the start of the stream. Yay! Thank you, Piotr. Thank you for the pledge on Patreon. Very appreciated. It's always nice to see, you know, that people are interested in the game. Actually, that's pretty important, you know, to keep our motivation up and continuously working on this project, on this crazy project. Yeah, it is a crazy project because it's a very complex project and large, and he has so many different aspects, and is yeah, it's usually a project that you would do with 20 people, and I would say 20 people full time. And not with only 2-3 people part time, but we are doing something. I'm very happy with what we achieved. Anyway, thank you for joining Patreon, so I can update the count. We are now 57. We are now 57, which is pretty good. And yeah, I think I cannot do it now. I can do it on the second scene. I have to go on this scene and change it. So the good news, we have some good news, because yesterday we actually managed to release the new alpha 0718. And is actually bringing a lot of good stuff. I mean, even if it was a short release, because we made it in like 2 weeks, right? But we enabled quite some stuff in the new release, and the screenshot is actually a screenshot of a guild house where, okay, we have some problem with rotations, as you can see from the pillow on the bed, for example. But this is absolutely known. I mean, I know that we have rotation issues, or like this one, for example. But yes, the rotations is something that you will have to fix yourself in game. Okay, so it's not something that I can fix myself. Because I mean, I could, but it's too much of a problem. I mean, it's too much work, and I think that when we do the full migration, if the guild is active, you can just go there and do a few rotations, right click, click on transform and rotate, and that's done, right? You can also do it now, but obviously at the next update it will be overridden until we do a full migration. And yeah, so let's review together maybe the news of this release. I think many of the new updates is something that you know already, but maybe not all of you have followed all the steps and all the things that we did. So yeah, one thing that I'm mentioning here in the text is that this release is important for us because I have the feeling that we pretty much migrated everything. So guild houses was the last, big piece to migrate from the old game, and now that it's done, I'm thinking what else I'm missing, what else I am missing, but I don't think I'm missing much. I think that all the fundamental pieces of the game are in, and also we have improved ones, right? So I think that the question I have for you, or anyway the request I have for you, is if you are a player of the previous game and you know it well, let me know what you think is missing, because we need, at a certain point, we will have to decide to shut down the old game and use the new game, right? So we will do it. I mean, for sure in this year, but I mean, it can even be done in a month from now. I don't know. We just need to understand if we are ready, right? And the best people to tell and to say if we are ready, it's you, it's the players. Hello, Marcelo. Hi. Welcome back. Sometimes I don't see you, or maybe. Potentially. I don't remember. So here is the list of the changes for this release. The big one is achievements. We actually implemented achievements in the game, and that's very cool. I like it a lot. So you have a number of achievements that you are going to get directly after the migration. For example, the number of hours, the number of quests, the number of events. I mean, all of that, the releases that you participated in, all of that you can get just by migrating to Unreal, right? So when you connect to Unreal, you will see those achievements already achieved because are the one that you got in the old game. Some achievements you will have to redo, and can't read the small text. It's too small. Okay, I can make it bigger. But anyway, I'm explaining it, you know, pretty much line by line. So there are some achievements for combat, loot, quest, events, crafting, magic, and much more. So there are a lot of achievements. I think we have 170 achievements or so. I mean, some are mutually exclusive, so you do one, you don't do the other. So, and some are like incremental, like the one over the hours, right? So you do one, and you do the next, you do the next, you do the next. But anyway, I'm pretty happy that we have this functionality implemented. I'm very happy. We have this functionality in game now. So please test it and let me know if there is something that you think is broken. It's possible that there are some bugs. So if you find any bugs, please report them on the bug tracker. You know, we have a bug tracker which is plane shift fly spray, and you can report bugs here. Did someone reported something? We're walking on top of the stair into the landing. Okay. Yeah, we will look at those. Then, wait, this one I don't need. So yes, achievement is the first big piece. Second part is entrance to guild houses, and is also the reason why I placed this screenshot, because it's a guild house, right? I don't remember which one, but if it's one of yours, you will recognize it. So we fixed the entrance to guild houses, so you can enter your guild house. So please try, let me know if it works. Yeah, I also found a way to port all the items, so all the furniture and items on the ground are actually ported from the old game to the new game, so you will find them in your guild, and they may have this wrong rotation that we already spoke about. Another change that is interesting is the top menu. So the top menu that you see usually is the long list of icons that you see on the top left. Has been split into 3 different panels. So the first is character. So everything that relates to your character, like your stats, your skills, your quest, your pet, things like that. The second one is the social. So when you can have your group, buddies, friends, chat, and all of that. And then the third one, which is containing basically everything else. Okay. And everything else is, for example, the achievements. They are in this tab. The compendium, the options, the setting and options, the help, the quit button, and all of that. So that's contained into the third menu, right? I don't know. Let me know if you like it. I think I like it because I can basically minimize it. And I don't see any more the bar if I don't need it, right? So, and you can associate, you know, shortcuts like I for inventory, you know, or C for chat or things like that, and you can associate a key, and it's a bit easier, you know, than going into the bar and clicking on the icons. Yeah, there are more items in the game, more static items, static areas in the game. You can right click and get a description on, which is nice. We updated the setting window that someone said that it was ugly, and I agree, and I changed it with a new background, so you will see that. We made the doors of the arena openable, so you can actually right click or press E, and you will see the doors opening. We added also openable gates in Hydala, mainly the north gate and the west gate, so you can now exit from the city and go directly in the arena. So you can do it from the north, from the, let's say, northwest part, or you can do it from the southwest part of the city. We connected the old tutorial area to the main city. Now, I don't know exactly what we will use it for, but probably we will add more, you know, NPC and items and quests in that area as well. There was a bit of, there were a few bugs on the merchant window. There was, if you were clicking, you know, in the wrong place, sometimes it was really showing up some bugs, and so this should be fixed. The login widget, so the login window, I called it widget. I think widget is not really a word that people are used to. I should have called it window, actually. Because login widget, I don't think that you understand widget. I mean, maybe you do, but not everyone does. So I should call it window. Let me update it. Also, I think it would be nice to have this as a list. What do you think? I think it would be nice to have this as a list instead of just lines. I mean, with a list, I mean bullet list. Let me try. Let me see if I can. I'm doing some magic. I don't know if this will work with the... Oh, by the way. We can do a replace of everything. I can replace this with this, but I have to do it one by one, otherwise I'm going to replace the ones that are not good ones. Yeah, I called it widget, but it's not a good idea. Okay, let me try like this and see how it looks. Let me see how it looks. I need to upload it. What is my FileZilla? FileZilla. Okay. It's uploaded, so now in theory, unless I did a mistake, at least it's a, yeah, now it's a list. I think it looks better. And also it says window instead of widget. The problem is that I need to change it in 1 million other places, but like for example here. Yeah, because I guess someone will ask, what is a login widget? And I understand. I hear you. It's basically the login window. It's just called widget in Unreal, but Okay, I think we changed it there, we changed it here. Nice. And I will change it also. Wait, there is one more place I need to change that. Window. Done. Okay, I changed it everywhere. Yeah, so we changed the login window to actually be adaptable to multiple screen resolution. We had the window couldn't really adapt well. Now I think it's adapting better. So let me know. I think there was one person on Mac that actually said that it was not working as expected, so he couldn't see the login piece, and now it should be fine. What else? Fix some bugs. The rest is basically bug fixing on active spell, on sounds, preventing some crashes, preventing some group loot, bugs, and add a new panel to set in GM flags, and blah 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 blah. And also the other part, which is that we deleted 55,779 characters in our database. So there was a period, which was around 2010, that we really had a lot of players, and they were creating characters like, I mean, every second there were like, 10 new characters. So or every minute, I don't know, but anyway, very often. And yeah, and I think that deleting the names was a good idea, because we are basically freeing up names as our names are actually unique. Okay, so I'm very happy about this release, I have to say. Very happy. And very happy because it's a big milestone. I feel that the server is not crashing anymore too much. The problem is that we need more players. We need you to test the game. Okay, so I need you to test the game. So we need to test with 10, 20, 50 players online. Testing with 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's good, but it's not really bringing to the surface the real bugs. I mean, the bad bugs, the nasty bugs, the ones that maybe happen only when there are a lot of people doing stuff at the same time. Really the multiplayer aspect is important. Wait a second. Okay. Good. Sorry, just messaging someone. Okay, so so what do we do tonight? I wanted to work on talents. Talents is something that we worked on already. For example, for the secret passages, right? So we have one ability, which is detecting secret passages, and that's actually a talent, right? So it's something that you can learn in the game by increasing your stats. I'm not sure if in the future I would like the talent to actually be acquired through a trainer, but I think in theory it would make sense, Let me post this question to the internal channel. I want to see what people think. What do you think of having talents acquired through trainers or quest after you got the eligibility from the stat rank? So because basically now, you know, you are getting the stat automatically. So as soon as you hit, by the way, let's connect. Let's connect in game. As soon as you hit the proper rank of a stat, you will get automatically, you know, the right talent, right? Yes, I'm falling down because I'm falling down. I don't know why we go to the Draken plane where we fall off the map. That is something I need to fix, because it doesn't make any sense that I'm but yes, there is another bug I need to fix. Torches getting left, I mean being left in the, but it's okay. So in your skill window, right, you have these ones, okay? These are talents. So when you reach the particular level of the particular rank in a stat, like intelligence, this one for example is at rank 150 and this one is rank 180, you basically get it automatically, right? So you can use this ability immediately. Now the idea could be, you know, to actually be eligible for it, but then having to learn it from an NPC or having to learn it through a quest, I think would be probably more interesting than just getting it automatically. I have to think about it. I have to think about it. Okay, but as you can see, we don't, right? We don't have abilities defined. We just have this temp ability, TBD. You know, temp ability, right? So we don't really have abilities defined at the moment. And except the one that we are using, but in reality we have them. It's just that I didn't enable them. I didn't put them in the game yet. Some of my testing aren't too useful as I'm on mobile. I mean, mobile would. I mean, you mean you are using your mobile for internet connection? It's okay. I mean, obviously, Plane Shift doesn't run on mobile yet. Maybe it will run in the future. I don't know. But at the moment, it's not. At the moment, it's not. Okay, so what I want to say. Yes, I want to say that we want to work on talents. Let me see. So action locations for a second. We will leave it, and we will go to talents. Okay. We will go to talents. Let me see. There are 6 comments. There are 6 comments on. Yes, this one. Okay. I don't care about that. So basically, for every skill, right? For every skill, you get some talents. For every skill, you get some talents. And we need to decide if you want to put them in game right now or later. But I think that all these ones that are set, that say done, all these one done, are actually ready to be used in game, right? So I think that this one we can actually enable. The only thing I have to think about is do we already have let me see, do we already have a SQL for that? No, we don't have a SQL for that. Okay, so at the moment we are not adding the talents. I think I'm adding only abilities. You see here we created creation of a new table for skill abilities. Create table skill abilities, blah 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 blah. Some dummy data. Yes, and here we have the abilities for searching traps, detecting secrets, detecting remove trap, and force mechanism. Yes, these are the only three that we enabled in game at the moment. These are the only three. I think I have to move all of this to its own file somehow. So I think we will do here a source, and then we will call it update schema. I need to create a new file, and we will call it update schema talents. Wait a second. Okay, so we put it here. We put it here. And so in our update schema, we will do a source of that. So at the moment we only have these three values, but we can do much more than this. We can do much more than this, because actually my this Excel file is built to basically generate the SQL that we can use in game, right? To load all the talents. Now I think I really never tested too much. I mean, I never tested too much what these talents are doing, but for the one that say done, they are math scripts, right? They are math scripts. So my suggestion would be, let's try to enable all of them, and then we will test one by one and see if they actually do something, right? And if they, obviously they will not play a different animation at the moment, but the idea is that if it's a combat skill, it should play a different animation, right? So that's the idea. So yeah. So let me do this. Wait, opponents back, there is a problem. Opponents back. an opponent's head. It was that one, eh? It was opponent's... No, there is also this opponent's back. Yeah, they have to be escaped because we put them in sequel, so... Okay, seems to be okay now. So we just execute this. And... we just execute this in sequel. And then we will launch again the... wow. I need to do it on my test database for now. Okay, so we will do it on test database. Probably on the test database, I did this already. Or at least I did a few of them because I see that this one is failing. No, actually no. Okay, so we need to temp ability. I think I will have to basically clean up this table completely, and yes, I think I need to clean up this table completely. I think the first thing we need to do is to delete from skill abilities. So we just destroy it, and then we insert new. There is another escape. Sorry, which one is it? Is ID number 8. ID number 8. No, ID number... ah, yes, there is this one as well. Okay. Okay. So now we inserted this one. Now this one will have to be created, but let's start to test this, okay? So let's go group by group and we will test them. I think it's fine. So I will have to test in my machine, not in production. Hello, Swissman. Hi. Good evening to you. Hello, Hula. Hi. How are you today? So we already inserted it, so we can just launch my server and my client, assuming that we have... let me just check the config files. Let me just check if the config files are okay. Repopulate item, NPC, and we don't need quest. Yes, exactly. In theory, we don't even need items, but there are so little on the test database that is not a problem. We can just load them in. I have just do a pizza. Ah, very nice. You have my approval. Approved. Very good pizza, eh? Okay. Param pam pam, param pam pam. Okay, we log in. My version is the so-called calzone. Calzone is very different. Calzone is not a pizza, eh? It's very different. No, actually, it's a pizza that is just closed, but it's different. For us, it's very, very different. Because also sometimes, you know, the way you do the outside is different and such. So, yeah. Calzone. Calzone is also very nice. It's a long time I don't eat a calzone. I think really long time. It's not very typical. I mean it is, but less than pizza. Pizza is way more popular. But calzone is also, yes, doable. Calzone, I don't know even how to search it because calzone means something else. So, but let's see. Yes. Well, no. That is a mistake, eh? I mean, yes, more like this. Or like this. Like this is pretty correct. So it's basically a pizza that is closed, right? But yeah, some also do this and put the tomato on the top, but in reality, it should not be. I mean, the stuff should only be inside. And sometimes the calzone is fried, so depends how you do it. You can do it like a pizza, or you can do it fried. This, for example, is a fried calzone. So you see that the outside is very different. It's a pizza closed on itself. Yeah, so if it's a pizza closed on itself, then it's not the fried one. It's like this. Yeah, but it's not exactly the same. It's not the same. Ah, by the way, I was looking at this chart. You know, we made this chart, I think 1 year ago or more. I think 1 year ago. And I was basically asking which kind of development we should do next for Unreal, you know, and this was 1 year ago. And basically everything that is in this list is now done. But not all, but the majority. So design and enable the talent system. This is what we are doing today. And anyway, the system is designed. Active magic window, list, and this is done. Journal Codex Compendium, and this is done. NPC pet, port the previous system, and this is done. UI, this one is missing. This one is still missing. Fishing, to make it more visual, done. Tribes, ported, done. Redesign the achievement system. Make it in-game, make it real-time, add more achievements, done. And the last one was a website to organize voiceovers. But I mean, it's pretty cool that basically all the points that we voted on, or the majority, are now completed. Another thing I wanted to do, I wanted to check the marketplace. Right? I didn't get the marketplace this month yet. I think we should. Let me see what is free for the month. Let me see. Environments. We have a million of those, but we have so many of these things. But okay. I mean, fine. More plants. You know what is the problem of these plants? Is always to select the ones that are actually reasonable to use in terms of poly count and downscale them and, you know, do all of that. It's a lot of work, but or maybe they are good already. Let me just do this. Let me add everything to the cart, and then we can check them, okay? But let me do a checkout quickly, and then we will see. The 3 of these months are not so useful. Okay, this one is not bad, but we already have so many. Simple procedural asset creator. What? What do you mean? Create simple asset generator using a universal node-based system. Holy. What? I don't understand. I mean, what are the variations that he's doing? Is it only the color? Probably it's only the color. Select blueprint, cover, corner, paper, loose pages, reinforcements. What? It's creating books, you say? You are creating books. It can create books for you automatically. Automagically. I don't know, I don't understand it, but it seems to be very nice. Seems to be very, very nice. Probably useless, but very nice idea. Vehicle suspension. Can we use it on our horses? No, huh? And our horses to have some suspension? No? Probably not. Probably not. But we have a house. We have a Victorian house, exterior only. Fully modular. When they say fully modular, I'm so scared. Because it means that they are like so small pieces. They are going to kill your game. So it takes 650 pieces to do this house. So it will take you like 2 months. It's like building a giant puzzle. I don't know if there are any pieces that we can use, like the lamps, the outside lamps. Or the doors and the windows. Maybe the doors we can reuse. Maybe. I don't know. RPG FX. This is what we want, huh? This is what we want. Magic missile. Energy beam. Art craft. This one is very nice. This one is very nice. I like it. How does it do it? It probably does it with a texture that is just applied vertically to the ground. But it would be interesting to see if you have different variation of the ground, if it's actually applied like a decal from the top, or if it's just going to go through. This one I've seen it already, eh? It's the one that we have. This one is the one that we are using today. This one. So probably he got it from another pack. Also this one I think I've seen already. The level up. The healing. Do we want to have a healing like that with all the priest heal over time? Not bad, not bad. A video? There is a video. The video is not rated. Log in to watch. What do you mean log in to watch? Are you crazy? What? Log in to watch. What do you mean login to watch? Pew, 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 pew. Look at that. It's basically impossible to see like this. This video is completely useless. I mean, it's going too fast. I mean, it gives you an idea, but you cannot really see it. This one is not bad. This one is not bad at all. I like it. This one. This blob with electricity. The other ones are very simple, so I think we can do anyway. I mean, we have already, but yeah, this one also I like. This one with the cracks. The one with the cracks is very, very nice. Wow. The problem, I think it will work only on a flat surface. On a non-flat, I think it will do a bit of a mess, but I'm not sure. But anyway, we can revisit, you know. There are so many. There is also the healing. They are very simple. They are very, very simple, but they are not bad. The one with the shields around you, look. They are not bad. They are not bad. That's not YouTube. Yeah, insane, huh? Incredible. There is something that is not YouTube. Yeah, it's Vimeo. Vimeo. It's not bad. Very nice. Okay. This one may be useful to us. I think so. I think it can be useful. Okay, nice. So we got our packs for the months, which is good. Okay, so now I'm in game. I go under skill, and if I go under combat, sword. Why? It didn't work. Why didn't work? That's very strange. Why it didn't work? You think he added them to the wrong database? That's possible. Skill abilities. Really? No, he added it to the right database. It could be that nah, because I'm stupid. I was distracted. I connected to production. I don't need to connect to production, I need to connect to local. Vimeo ask you to log in. Yeah, I think I remember there was someone suggesting that, like, if you want to do videos that are private, like you want to have a video that is only available for your subscribers or something like that, you can put it on Vimeo and you can then give access, you know, specifically to certain people. So that only the one that you select can see the video, but it seems to be kind of complex. I don't know, maybe it's easy, I have no idea, but... Uh-oh, we crashed. What happened? The client crashed or the server crashed? I think the server crashed. Uh-oh, the server crashed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The server crashed. Let me see, let me see. So this is our crash. This is our crash. Fatal error, a known exception, blah blah blah. Cache manager, get all abilities by category. Okay, so it seems that we have a bug on abilities. It's possible because I'm not touching it since very long time. So it may be that meanwhile things change, but I think I know what it can be. It can be probably that the cache manager 856. Basically this skill ability has not been initialized. It's not been initialized, boys. Why? We can launch it in debug mode and see. Preload skills abilities. Preload skills abilities. We should have a message that says something like skills abilities loaded. Something like that. Skills abilities loaded. Yes, I have a 10 skill ability loaded. 10 skill abilities loaded. So why it crashes then? Skill ability loaded. Skill ability add. So that should be, I mean, if there are 10, this should be valid. Okay. This should be valid. Player controller base. Receive skill abilities. Yes, receive skill ability is when we are trying to send to our client the abilities. Yes, you see, so it's returning this. So and this is null, eh? This is null. Interesting. I don't know how it can be null, but it's definitely null. Null or invalid. So we have a bug that we need to chase. Assuming the Visual Studio will actually cooperate. Yes, it's cooperating. Yeah, it's saying that this variable is empty, basically. I don't believe it. So what we're gonna do, we are going to run in debug mode. And first of all, see if this variable is loaded properly. Now, the only thing is that abilities are connected to attacks. So what I mean with this is that if you have a side slash here, which is actually an ability, he has an attack ID. You see this attack ID? This attack ID is valid if this is an attack. And if this is an attack, we need to have under attacks a valid, you see this one, a valid entry. Otherwise it will not work. So I think that what is happening is that I defined not only the sword attacks, but I defined also the knives and daggers attacks, and these are pointing, you see, to this attack ID, which actually does not exist in our database. But I think if this is the case, we should not even load in game. We should stop the server if this happens. We are not even checking that. Wow. We are not even checking that. What do you mean? We are not even... It's impossible. We are not even checking that. I think we are not. Because you see that it's saying load ability. Okay, load ability is this table. So it's extracting from skill abilities and skills, right? Skills and skill abilities. And it's trying to match skill ID with skill ID ordered by category, skill and rank, which is fine. But it's completely ignoring the attack ID. Mistakes were made. It's completely ignoring it, boys. It's strange though. I mean, did we add this one? I think we added this one in Unreal. I can search it because now we have, thanks to Grimstone that did the work, we have all the tables mapped. We have all the tables mapped in our wiki. No, sorry, I have to search skill abilities. This one, yes. The wall skill ability table is new. Okay, GG. The wall skill ability is new for Unreal. Okay, yeah, that's true. I don't know why I'm not loading this. This is very strange. How do I execute it then? I don't understand. Attack ID. Let me search the entire project for attack ID, but probably it's not there. Probably it's not there. Probably the one of attacks. I didn't do it yet. I think I didn't, because when you execute an ability, I remember that there is under user manager, if I remember right, under user manager, we have the slash ability something, right? And slash ability, but it's different than slash attack. Because we know it. We know when it's an attack, we know when it's an ability. Yes. But how do we know it? I don't remember. How do we know it? How do we know that one is an ability and another is type. We do it from type. We do it from type. I'm pretty sure we do it from type. So let me double check. Skill abilities. Type can be, yes, passive ability, attack ability, or talent ability. Exactly. So in this case we are using the name. So actually that column is completely useless. That column is completely useless because if we are using the name of the attack is the same as the name of the ability. Yes, exactly. You see, side slash under attacks And under skill abilities, we have side slash. So he knows from the type, and based on the type, is going into yeah, it's going to read that. Okay. So why I have that additional column, I have no idea. Why I have this additional column that is pointing to the attack ID? If I'm just going by name, I think this field is useless. I think this field is completely useless unless we use it for something else. But I don't think so. I mean, for now we will leave it, but I think it's useless. Okay, but anyway, I mean, apart from this, which was a good reasoning, but my skill ability ID hash is actually 10, right? So we have 10 elements here. So probably we are crashing because we are getting the ability ID. So probably we are returning receive skill ability. We are returning null. It doesn't like to return null. Receive skill abilities category ID. I see. I understand the problem. Okay, so if it's empty, yeah, so we need to change this, okay? We need to change this because this can actually return null. Find ref. Okay, let's stop this because anyway it's not gonna work. I was expecting this to return an empty array. Yeah, in fact it's saying the value associated with a specified key or the default value for the value type if the key isn't contained. So yes, actually this should, I mean, if the category ID is extracting null from here, it should return an empty skill set. So why we are crashing, actually, I don't understand. We should not crash here. And by the way, why we have this pointer? Why we have that pointer? Is returning I can use find instead of find ref. No, it's worst. I don't like this. Okay, 1 second. Let's do this. Let's do now just for me to understand, because I don't understand why it's crashing here. Found skills, okay. So if I do it like this, it doesn't like it. He wants me to escape it like that, to dereference it like this. But the problem is that my is returning a pointer to my array. No, but sorry, I did this thing a million times. Why here is not working? I don't get it. I did this like a million in a million places. I did this in a million places. Why here is not working? Because here it was really probably because here it was really a pointer to. Yeah, this was really a pointer to. While in this case is not a pointer to, is yes, it is. It is a pointer to TRA skill set. It is. It is. Yeah, so I think I think that since it's a pointer to, it will return null, because there is no default value of a null pointer, you know? I mean, there is no default value of a pointer except null, so yeah, this is probably what is happening. I think I understand it a bit better now. So this will actually be a pointer to, okay? This will actually be a pointer to. Because it is how it is defined, right? This is how it is defined. You see, TRA skill set pointer. So this will actually return a pointer, but if it doesn't find it, it means that that category is empty. Okay? And if that category is empty, I think we can return ourselves an empty array. Right? So that we don't crash. While if we are I don't know if this works though. Can I just dereference a pointer and that will be passed through the RPC with no problem? I mean, it seems it works, because otherwise it would have worked before, but it's kind of a weird okay. I think we can. I think we can. I need to sign a document. Someone is asking me to sign something. The only problem is yeah, there is some additional work that sometimes I have to do for the non-profit organization that maybe you don't see it, but I mean, maintaining the non-profit organization alive is anyway, you know, sometimes requires some work. I mean, it doesn't require a lot of work, so it's fairly simple, but there is some stuff that anyway we need to do. And at the end, I am doing it, as usual. But yes. Okay, so this one, I will do it later, not now. So we recompile. So now in theory it should not crash anymore, right? My only question is, if we don't have the attack defined, what it will say, but it's a good test, it's a good test to see. So now I think it will not crash anymore, but when we execute the ability, you know, the attack will not exist. And so it will tell me something like, sorry, this attack doesn't exist. So it will appear in the abilities, but then it will not. Yeah, this is why I think we need to be sure that we have a consistency check when we are loading the server. I think if we don't have that consistency at the beginning, we may get in trouble. So we always need to be sure that if there is an ability, there is also an attack defined. By the way, I think we have 1 million maps. I think we have 1 million maps loaded. And this is why it's taking so much. This is why the server is taking... Yeah, we have all the maps loaded. Oh my god, no. Not needed, not needed. I mean, we can, but it will take freaking forever. So, let me... Let me delete some maps. Let's keep only the main city. The main city and the podium map, okay? I think at the moment we don't need anything else. The podium map is basically the character selection. Okay. Let's launch it again. By the way, if anyone is new to the stream and you have any question, please ask, okay? Don't be shy. Okay. So now, as soon as I'm logging in, I'm clicking play. We are doing the request of the abilities, and this is where it was crashing. And exactly. And now you see that it doesn't crash anymore, which is nice. But the reason is that there are some abilities that don't have, some stats that don't have an ability. Now there is a bit of a special case because in theory it should never happen. I think all our abilities should have a stat. Because you see what happens that when, for example, now they are showing up, right? Now they are showing up. So I have like my side slash, my lunge, my beat attack, disengage. So I have all my abilities here. The problem is that I think if I try to use any of, for example, of the knives and daggers, right? So if let me try to give me some. So set. No. What is it? Set me skill. Knives and daggers. So I set it to, I don't know, 200. No, sorry, I think it's set skill. Yes. So you see, now I have enough, to activate these abilities, but they are not defined as attacks. So if I try to use it, yeah, you see, it says that attack does not exist, and that's very, very bad. So I think we should do this check, before starting the server, while we start the server, because otherwise we will end up like in impossible situations. And I would say also that I think that these preload skill abilities, I don't know if I really like it, because Because like in this case, I don't have any abilities in my stats, and you see that my stats are not showing up. And they are not showing up because I don't have any ability defined for those stats, which is a bit of a stupid thing, right? I mean, it's true it should not happen, but at the same time, we should not design a system that... So... Get all abilities by category. So this one... Receive skill abilities. This request skill abilities is strange because wait a second. I think there is a mistake. I think there is a mistake in the editor. There is a mistake because I'm requesting abilities, but I think I need to request the skill first. I don't know why I'm requesting abilities only. I think this part I did it a bit in a hurry, you know, the first time, and I think it's not really... I mean, it's working, but it's not correct. So when I open my... request the skill ability. So this is the node that is asking the server the skill ability. I think is probably initialized when the win skill is going up. Yes, right. Exactly. Now, do I request only skill abilities or I request also the skills? No, I request only... I request only the skill abilities. Which may be fine as long as I have at least... because I don't understand. Then wait, then I receive my abilities, and I receive them by category, and then I go here and I say populate panel, create widget, okay, set up progress skill widget. I mean, how does it know the skill ID? It's doing this mess. I understand. It's a bit of a messy way, but I mean, it's okay. Basically what he's doing, instead of starting from the skill, he's starting from the abilities. Okay. So instead of starting from the skill, he's starting from the abilities. And so if you have a skill with no abilities, like this, you see, you don't see it. So I'm thinking, should I prevent it from the code? So should I always have a TBD skill, you know, no matter what? I think we should, because otherwise, the problem is that if I have a TBD skill, will you be able to actually use it? Or can I have a skill that is actually hidden? Abilities. Set ability data. Yeah, it's not really doing much. It's just setting the data that then it's going to use later on. This ability data is a skill ability. Skill ability. Is an F skill ability. Is a special. What the hell is it? Is special? Is special. We don't use it. We don't use this. So no, I'm just trying to understand how I did it. Is in the database is special. Okay. A special ability is not along the progression of a skill, but it can be discovered separately. I see. So yes, this one is actually hidden. So if we flag, yeah, because we could have an ability that actually exists, but it's not okay. But do we have any special in the database? I don't think so. They are all 0. But I could use that trick. I could, when we are loading in. So that is the idea I have, okay? So when we are loading in, instead of doing this select with the normal where close and joining the two tables, right? I could do an outer join. I mean a left join, right? So I could do yes, I could do a left join so that I always get the values, right? Because this one at the moment is returning this. But what I would like to return instead is skill and then left join skill ability blah 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 on this, right? Order by. Yeah, so if I do this, as you can see, I'm always getting all the skills, right? Now the problem is that I will not have a skill ID. Wait, I will not have what? I will not have. Well, yes, I will not have a lot of stuff because I will not have. No, I need to be sure to extract anyway skill ID, otherwise it's a problem, huh? I mean, skill ID is basically my ID, so ID should always be there. I think I need to extract SID. S.id. Otherwise, what? What do you mean? It's called skill ID? Maybe it's called skill ID. Yeah, it's called skill ID. Fuck. Okay, anyway. So we can extract skill ID. The problem is that now we have two columns that are named the same, but I can rename it. So I can say skill ID as, I don't know, SID, right? And so now we always have the skill. Why? Ah, yes. We always have the skill. Now, if we find that the skill ID is empty, we can create a temporary hidden ability that will never be used, right? That could be a way. I mean, it's not the best way maybe, but I think could be a way. So let's use this query. Okay, let's use this query, the new query that we created. And we will say, we will go by skill ID, by SID, and we will actually order by SID. Yes, we need to order by... We need to order by category, which is always there. And then SID. And then SID. Okay. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, these are small improvements, but I think they are important to give stability to the server. As we will change the data, you know, we may do mistakes of missing one skill, and I don't want the players to, you know, receive zero skills if the abilities are not there. So I think I have to do this. So I will go by skill ID, check if it's different current skill. If not, we add a new category. We add a new skill set, and then this remains the same. The difference is this one, load and ability. So if a category, no, if a skill has no abilities, create a dummy one, right? So basically, if it happens that my skill, like this, is paired with an empty skill ID, right? So it means that there is no ability there. So I can, so what I can do, I can check. So if skill ID, come on, if skill ID is null, now how do I check if this is null? Because it is a return. I think that this thing is returned anyway as a string. So I think that I need to say if this is equal, because this is always, I think it is always a string. So I think that I can say if it's empty. Yeah, not equal now. I think we can say is empty. Right? So if this is empty, then we have a dummy one. Otherwise we load our ability. Right? And yeah, loading the ability will go until there, until the end. Store the yeah, so to create a dummy one, what do I do? Because I will have to create it by ID as well. Well, I can take a reasonably high number and just, you know, just name it placeholder something. So let me do this. We just create a new ability. By the way, why this should be a pointer? Why this is a pointer? But I think that ability has, yes, has everything initialized, you say? Has everything initialized. So, yeah, so I think we can leave everything to -1. I think -1 could also be a good idea. And the only point that we make is special. So we will set, yeah, let's try this. We will set eSpecial equal to true. So we know that it's a hidden ability, right? So let's say create a dummy and hidden one, right? Okay, so this should be creating a dummy ability, and then this ability is going to be, well, sorry, there is a bit of a mistake. This ability is going to be added, right? It's going to be added, new ability, set base info, new ability skill ID, new ability skill, set the base info for skill set, identical for all ability of the same skill. Skill name, and the problem is the skill name, I don't have it. Ah, yes, I have it. Nice. Okay, so this part is basically in common. Skill ID, new ability skill ID. No, this one will be our SID. This one will be our SID. So actually the else is finishing here, because all of this is in common. All of this is in common to the two, because we said this, we said that, we add the new ability, set the category, yeah, the rest should be identical. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I did a mess. Probably the answer is yes, but let's see. Hey, Swissman. Where I'm from Italy. I'm from Italy, from the north of Italy. And that is also why our website is planeshift.it, because IT stands for Italy. I assume you are from Switzerland, so not too far from me. I can see the mountains that are dividing Italy from Switzerland from my home. By the way, guys, we released yesterday our new alpha. So if you want to try it, you can try it. You need to get access to the alpha, but there are a few ways you can do that. Okay, let me see. No, it seems it didn't work at all. It seems it didn't work at all. Or wait. Skill ability by Ash. Ah, because -1. Yeah. Because -1 is the same category. So he basically added only one category, which is the -1 category with I guess all the skills in it. I see. No, this is not very good. This is not very good. I don't understand why it did this though, because we are selecting. So in theory, the query that he got, the result that he got is this, right? So he arrives here and he should check if the skill name has changed or the category has changed. And in that case, he's creating an empty one. We're switching to a new category to initialize new skill set one. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Yes, but skill ID should be valid because skill ID is our SID. Wait, the SID. Yes, but it should be one for each, right? One for each. I want one for each. I want one for each. So what is the problem? Wait, new ability. If the skill has no ability, create a dummy one. Yes, the result current row skill ID is empty. This is probably the case. New ability special equal to true. So I think he went through this multiple times. At least that is my understanding. Right? We can do it again. We can do it again. We can have our categories reinitialized and our skill set reinitialized, and we can see what happens. Now, for the first ones, we are going to skip, yes. So I need to put a breakpoint inside of this. And the first time that we hit it should be, yes, is row number 10, right? Row number 10. Which is this one, right? Which is the first one that is empty. So we add it by ID with a SID, which is correct. Yes, because the ID is 2, which is correct. And the skill name is X, which is correct as well. Perfect. Now we add the ability to the skill set. So we add this ability to the skill set. Okay. And now we are checking current category, current skill. That is the fuck up. Because current skill becomes 0. No, we need to use the SID. We need to use the SID here, otherwise it will never work. And now that we have the SID, this one will change, and you're from Germany, your name is too part of a real name. Okay. Okay. Your name is Sven. Wow, Sven is a great name. It's like the Dota hero. You know Sven? Sven Dota 2? This guy. So this guy's name like you. I like Sven. Okay, so the next round, when he goes back, he's checking. Yeah. The problem was the current skill was always 0. Okay. I think with that fix now it should work. With that fix it should be fine. You never played Dota? He's a very famous hero. He's a melee hero, so he's attacking, you know, hand to hand. He has a big sword, and he has the stun. He can stun. He has a stun ability, which is pretty strong, and he has some buffs. He has a very good stun, and and a buff. Also because the stun is an area of effect stun. So it can stun multiple people at the same time, which is great if they are close enough. So basically his technique is to stun people and then hit them with the sword. And he has an ultimate, which is the God Strength, in which he becomes all red. And yeah, like this. He becomes all red instead of blue. And he has 200% damage. During that when he has that power active, he has 200% damage. Okay, let me see if we got... No, this is not working. Fuck. New ability ID. No. Yes. Because in the Ash map, fuck. In the Ash map, he's using the ID anyway. Yeah, which makes sense, by the way. So if we set the ID to -1, it's GG. If we set the ability to -1, is not gonna work. I understand. So or we set this ID to a crazy number. Yes, let's set this ID to a crazy number. So I will say, let me close Sven. Let me say, the new ability ID is equal to, I don't know, 10,000 plus any number. 10,000 plus the... I think we can get the category ID. No, wait, not the category ID. The skill ID, seed. No, the seed. Where is the seed? Yes, the seed. Yeah, the seed. Can I get the seed into a variable so that I don't have to redo that all the time? So we are a bit faster, you know, and okay, so now the ability ID will be very high, but it's okay. I mean, it's completely out of range, but these are all the abilities that we create just as a placeholder for to be able to show the stats properly, even if he doesn't have any abilities, which I think is fine. It's not a very elegant design. But we don't care about elegance. We care about stuff that works, okay? Even if we are Italians, we don't care about elegance in this case. Dota is a very good game anyway. Dota is a very good game. I mean, it's not easy. It's anything but easy. But it's a very good game. Okay, so now we have our 77, you see? So now we have all our dummy objects, and our dummy objects are actually special to true, right? So they will not show up in the UI if we do it properly on the UI side. And they actually have no name, no anything, but we don't really care. Okay, so let me run it just normally. And let me run it normally. Let me connect. So there is the first fix that I wanted to do. Then there is a second fix I want to do, which is to ensure that we are checking the consistency between skills and attacks. Yes, and this is why, actually, and this is why I added this column. Now finally it has a purpose. Because, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have a purpose anyway. It doesn't have a purpose anyway, because I can just check by name. Yeah, I can just check by name and it's the same. No, that column still doesn't have a purpose. So now if I connect, you know, and the database has been defined kind of partially, because I don't have all the abilities, I should still be able to see all my skills. Yes, you see? I see all my skills. And I see this as a kind of a temporary thing, which, by the way, I can remove now. If I want, I go into the client code and I say, don't display it, you know, if special equal to 1, right? Special equal to true. So, okay, so that's fine. That's fine. That's very good. That's very good. So this was the first fix, okay? So the second fix is that I want to ensure that we have a consistency in the database. So I want to actually extract. Attack ID or not. No, I just do it on this is special. So no, on sorry, on type. So if check, let's say consistency check, if it's an attack ability, needs to have an attack with the same name in the database, right? So hopefully we loaded this after the attacks. I don't know, we can check, but this one should be loaded. Yeah, obviously it's not. Why is not? Because we do it together with skills. No, we need this to be loaded after attacks, because attacks are a prerequisite. So I will load it after attacks. I hope that attacks is not requiring skills, but I don't think so. No, attacks is super simple. Attack is super simple and is not referencing skills, I guess. Okay. Okay, good. So we put it in this sequence. And so we have attacks now loaded. This means that we can access our attacks by ID. We have an attacks by ID, not an attack by name. Fuck. Okay, we can go by ID. So finally the field has a meaning. It's a bit useless, but anyway. So consistency check. Where was it? Yeah, consistency check. Okay. So we can do attacks by ID. Find, right? No, find ref as usual. Find ref. And then we can say, no, we can say, wait, can we just say contains maybe, which is easier? Yeah, contains. Contains. And then we can have the ID. Okay, the ID will be result of attack ID. Okay, because the attack ID is specified here. Okay, attack ID. I need to do a getInt of attack ID, right? Yes, I think it's correct. I mean, Visual Studio is thinking, but it's correct. It will take him a bit to realize, but it's actually correct. Okay. No instance or other function. Lambda. What do you mean lambda? No, lambda. No lambda. Just normal. No lambda, boys. No lambda. Okay, successfully. Okay, so basically what we want to say that if, you know, if attacks does not contain, right? If attacks does not contain, we have a problem. And in this case, we return false, right? Saying that we return false. And so we basically stop the loading of the whole server. We stop the loading completely, and we say skill ability. We say skill ability percentage s. We can put the name anyway because we have the name, right? Percentage s doesn't have, we can say doesn't have a valid attack ID in attack stable, right? Yeah, I think it's enough. Doesn't have a valid attack ID in attack stable. I think it's okay. We return false. So, which is exactly the case we are having now, okay? Because now we have certain abilities that don't have the proper attacks defined. And that's definitely an issue. That is definitely an issue. And I want to detect it when my server is starting. I don't want to detect it, you know, when I'm in game. Okay. Yes, you see? In fact, it crashed, but it crashed because the way it's designed. But basically here it gave, for sure it gave the error. You see, error skill ability lethal takedown doesn't have a valid attack ID in the attack stable. Okay, good. So now we detect the error in the data and we don't load the server. So the server will not load up with inconsistent data, which is exactly what we want. Okay, is exactly what we want. So I think that now the only problem is that the only problem is that I don't have all that data in my dummy database, but we can, I think we can add it. I think it's not too much of a problem. The fact is that they are referencing, you know, specific scripts, and those specific scripts are. I think we can use the production data maybe. Yeah, I think we should use the production data at this point, because. So I will leave the dummy data with just up to here, up to circular parry. So in my skill abilities, right, I will do this. No. What? Can you select up to there? Thank you. So we will delete those. So we will do this so that we will see the abilities properly up to circular parry. Which is nice. But in my real database, right? In my real database, I will have them all. So I think we can do this. We can switch to production. Let me just do one thing, 1 second on the other screen, because it is always annoying me. Yes. And that. Okay, so now in theory, so now, 1 second, I am just okay, good. So do yes, so we switch to production. We switch to production DB. And I need the problem is that I need the MPC anyway to test the stuff. Fuck. Okay. We will load yeah, because loading the production data is obviously heavier, right? It takes more time to launch the server, so I try to do it only when really needed. So now with the production data, what we can do with the production data, we have ouch. Why? We crashed, huh? Plane shift, game state 40. Skill ability, temp ability doesn't have a valid attack ID in attack stable. Yeah. So now, yes. So now we see here that we have a wrong situation, right? Because our temp ability, so you see that our error is actually useful, because we see that in production there are abilities defined that don't point to anything. I mean, the reason is that those are dummies, but right? Yeah, for some reason we flag them as type 0. No, type 0 is okay. Type 0 is a pass. No, wait. We need to do the check only when type is 1, eh? Only when type is an attack ability. We don't have to do this check all the time. We have to do the consistency check only if it's an attack ability. So only if ability type is equal to 1. Yes. And no, otherwise is broken. Yeah, that's why we got that error. Okay, fine. Now this is better. This is way better, boys. Okay. I will have to go to bed a bit earlier tonight. So I don't think I can stay much more, but we will see. We will see where we get. I think, I don't know, 10-15 minutes from now. Yeah, I think this work on talents will take me, a few more days, but I think it's a very important one because I want to make the talent loading and everything more robust. Now the server will load, the server will load all the NPC. Unfortunately. But it's fine. And then all of them will fall down. because the levels are not there, so they will I don't know if it is a good way to test it actually. You see, all of them are falling down now. Because we don't have all the levels loaded. But anyway. Okay, so now we should have yes, we should have the temp abilities. When we have temp abilities, we have our abilities here. And so we should see all the skills. Now, if there is one that doesn't have a temp ability, like if I go and delete the temp ability, instead of temp ability, we will have the rank -1, right? So, and we are going to delete them anyway. Okay, good. Okay, so these were two very good fixes. Now the next step would be to ensure that in production. So with a real database, we switch to this. We want to load in. We want to load in all the skills. All the talents, right? So we want to load in. All the talents. At the moment, I think that in the production database, I only have the minimum needed for, you see, they are all temp, and I only have the text secret, the remove traps, etc. Yes. Okay, so now we can. Pretty easily execute this. Yes, and the good part now is that now we can see the inconsistency because we added the check. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna add them. I think I'm just gonna add them all and see what happens. So I'm gonna add all the ones that are defined as done. Wait, I think we have a problem with 18. Okay. Then all of this status to do, status check prerequisite. So this one should also be valid in theory. This one should also be valid. This one should also be valid. This one should be valid. I don't know, I never tested them really, but it seems that they are. We have a problem with 38. Okay. I think this is the first time that this happens, by the way. All the passive ones, yeah, so the fact that they are passive, I think we want to show them anyway in the UI, but I think I need to specify that they are passive abilities. I don't know yet how I will do that, but because I actually have the type. But all these ones should be okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What does honed mean? Honed? I never heard that. Oh, really? Okay. Never used it. I never used that. Okay, so we can load all of that. I just need to be sure that all these quotes are escaped, otherwise they will never go into the database. Everywhere we have a single quote, we need to ability to create. What does ability to create means? Prospect minerals. Coal digger. You can inspect. Okay, yes, no, that one is not done. Okay, yeah, I understand what it means now. Took me a second, but I understand what it means. There seems to be another, fuck, in 40 we have a problem. In 40 we have a problem. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I want to do a test with all this ability loaded and see what happens. Calculate mining odds. So up to here. Okay. This one in theory exists, but I think I flagged them as red because I didn't like them. I didn't like the fact that they were what they were. But I want to see what happens in the UI, you know, if I add all this mess. If I add all of this, I want to see what happens in the UI. These are all done actually. Okay. Let's try, boys. Wait. Yeah, there are two more. Nature City, 97 and 103. Okay, 97 and 103. Okay. Okay, let's try to load all this thing and see what happens, okay? Ah, wait, it's not all. There is more. There is actually more than that. There are all the ones about realms. We have 2 for each. We have 2 for each realm, actually. Wow. That's a lot. There is a lot of stuff, boys. Trying to match the left and the right. Because I don't want to create abilities where, you know, it's not meaningful. How many? How many abilities we have? Okay. All of this is to do, all of this is to do, all of this is to do. The only ones that are actually working are remove and detect traps, yes. Detect secrets and force mechanisms. Yes, exactly. Okay, so we stopped at 70, right? We stopped at, no, we stopped at 107 actually. We stopped at what? 107. Yeah, which is 70. But yeah, I mean 106. No, this one blacksmith is nothing, so we delete it. And then we go with all of this. Wow. And then we go with all of this. Okay, now we take this monster. Now we take this monster query and we execute it as a script in production. Yeah, and obviously there is some error. Nears Armed and 2023. Yes, is broken. So number 16 was broken, huh? Number 16. Yes. And number 17 as well. Oh my god, there are so many. And number basically all of them. 18. I could do a substitution by sequel, huh? Maybe. No, wait. 18 I fixed already. 16, 16, 17, 18. It's not enough. 19. All of them, basically. Fuck. Okay, the rest seems to be good. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, I could do a kind of a substitution, maybe. I don't know. More. Legs. Lag is in 18. So 18 was having multiple issues. No, 18. Wait. Battering RAM. No, battering RAM is 9. Ah, okay, it's this one. Sorry. Yeah, there were actually 3 in this one. Okay. Please, I want to see it. Can you just execute it? No, huh? Okay. Lucky if you have not. Okay. Lucky if. What? Lucky? Cannot find the text? What do you mean cannot find the text? 34. Ah, you are luck. You are luck. You are lucky. There was also an error. You are lucky if you're not being shot. There was what? There was 34, eh? At least we went a bit further. But it seems there is another one just at the next line. No? No. Come on. How many? Line 50. Line 50. No, line 50. I fixed it already. This one is failing for something else. This one is failing. What? I don't understand what is the problem of this line. What is the problem of this line? Insert into skill ability, ID name, skill ID, skill rank description, blah blah blah, type is special attack ID, values 50, armor mender 30, 20. When you loot your scruffy object, you are able to improve it and remove the negative malus. Ah, there is an empty field. Okay. There is an empty field. Why? There is an empty field which is L60. Yeah, L60 is actually empty. What is L60? The attack ID. Hey bro, if it's not an attack, you should leave it null. You should leave it null or -1 or whatever you want, but would be better if it's null. How can I insert it with a null? I just say null. I think if I say null, it's going to add it null. Yes, okay. So for all the ones that don't have an attack ID, we need to actually say null. We have to explicitly say null to all the others. Otherwise this thing is not loading. Game development, huh? You were thinking it was fun, huh? You were thinking the game development was fun, huh? Sometimes, but not always. Sometimes it is, sometimes not. Okay, so these are all our skills, and up to here, I think we are good. So starting from where? Starting from here. So starting from line 40. Starting from line 40. After line 40. Yes, after line 40. I have to redo them all. But I can just copy the whole thing, you know, and I think he will. Now he will. So we just copy all of this. Copy all of this. And copy all of this. Okay. Okay, let's try again. He executed it. 159. Wow. We have so many talents, boys. Do we really have 159 talents? Holy moly. Consider that many of them are passive, okay? So you would not have to use them all. Otherwise we will become worse than World of Warcraft in terms of stuff to see at the bottom of the screen. Okay. So let's go in. Yeah, we need to wait the server to load like the 3 million. The 3 million, okay, NPC, and when it's finished loading the 3 million NPC, we can actually log in. Yes, we can. Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, boys. Oh, there is someone moving. Look. Tick, 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 tick. There is someone running around. Rolara is running around. Okay, so... what do we see? Nothing. What the fuck? What? No, it's impossible. He didn't do it in the right database, I guess. What? Come on. He did it on the other database? Cannot believe it. I have this one selected. If he did it on the other database is annoying because, well, I mean, it's not a problem, but... Yes, he did it on the other database. Seriously. I mean... seriously. Okay, well, on the dummy database, you know, the only abilities that we need are this plus the detect trap, so I'm just going to delete them again and save, but it did it on the wrong database. So even if I have selected one database, right? Database plane shift. Yeah, but if I select this as the current one, how can you execute it there? That is very, 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 very stupid. Okay, so you have to open a new window specifically for that. No, wait. Open SQL window. Yes, now it's pointing to the other one. Fuck. Okay. I mean, it's fine, but... Okay, so we are executing it on the other database now. But now I really need to go. I need to go. Okay, let's test this. I hope we can see. I hope we will see all the talents, you know, in the window. No, it crashed. Ah, why? Why crashed? No. No, I wanted to see. Why crashed? Skill ability stuff for Glimpse doesn't have a valid attack ID. You see? Our check. So Staff of Glimpse for some reason has been defined as... Staff of Glimpse has been defined as a 1, but there is no 1 in... There is no attack in the attack table. Okay, so let me do one thing. For now, let's remove this part. I mean, let's remove all the staff. No, I don't have the time, boys. I need to go. So I will remove all the magic for a second, okay? We will remove all the magic. Let's remove all the magic. And which is basically everything from 159 to 223. 169. Wait. 169. 159. Anyway, I can see them here. Okay. I will remove all of them, all those ones, so we can run with a clean situation and see what happens. Okay. Because, yeah, our check for consistency actually triggered. Okay, we are waiting the loading of the NPC again, and as soon as the NPC are in, maybe we'll see something. I would like to go to bed seeing the list of the talents, you know? That is what I want to see. Then we will have to define the icons, because I think that all those talents, not all the talents actually have icons. Okay, seems to be loading. Seems to be loading. Ah, nice. Okay, you see, we actually see all the icons now. I don't know if I like them because they're a bit small, but I think maybe they are too small. So we see the one that we can click on are the ones that we have access to, right? The one that we cannot click is because we don't have enough ranks. Like here we are rank 30, and for this one we need rank 50. So these one are disabled for us, right? We cannot use them. But as you can see, we see a lot in Sword, 5. We say 5 in Knives and Daggers. Nothing on X. I don't know why, but anyway. All those on Mace and Hammer. Let me check why nothing on X. Why nothing on X? Yes, because we didn't add, you see, because this one is still to be created. So it's correct. Under magic, nothing, because I removed them because there was that problem. And here, okay, here we see them, but okay, we have an issue that they are too close to each other. So there is like rank 10, rank 15, and rank 20, which are very close to each other. And so it's causing a bit of a issue to see them, but actually they are there. And these ones that I cannot access, and they have no icons. But we can see them, which is nice, which is very nice. I don't know if we should split jobs in more than one, but anyway. Then we have a lot in lock picking, and then factions will probably become another screen. Okay, good, but we can see the skills, and at least the combat ones are all displayed properly, right? Okay, nice. I think I would take a screenshot and post it in somewhere. Those bars need a shiny light effect. Well, we have a shiny light effect here, but maybe we can, yeah, maybe we can enhance the shininess. Yes, maybe we can do it like we did here. Hello, Shlu. Late at work. I mean, you arrived a bit late. I'm leaving because I need to go. Hello, Constables. Hi. Hello, Raoni. Thanks for joining. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go, but thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and we will see each other tomorrow evening. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know, every day, you know, every day is a different day, but but I hope I will be here tomorrow and I don't have other stuff to do. But I think I will. I think I will. So thank you for watching, and see you soon. Meanwhile, if you want to test the client, it will be good. The server is up and running. You can download the game and connect and do some tests. We have the new release out, which is 7.18. Also, you can click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, which is very nice. And you can also go to patreon.com/planeshift. And maybe let us reach again 60 Patreons, which is our goal. Maybe you can see this beautiful picture that I posted, you know? Maybe. Okay. Have a good night, boys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Pum 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 pum.